Good morning. I just tipped over a little. I see everyone is joining us on Zoom this morning, so good on you for honoring your practice, even if you have shoveling coming up this morning. I just wanted to share a couple of quick announcements before we get into our meditation. The first week of March, I am out of town. So a couple options, if anyone from the community is interested in leading that Tuesday, Thursday, I'm happy to share the Zoom login information and can talk to me separately if that's something you're interested in doing. Otherwise, if no one will be offering live, we do have all of these recorded and posted on YouTube, so you can continue your practice when I'm out. You can continue your practice anytime. They're all on Zoom, or on YouTube rather. So send me a message if that's something you're interested in. And then secondly, we do have our first event coming up March 19th. Spring equinox is quickly approaching, although it doesn't seem like it today if you're in southeastern Wisconsin. So we do have some signups that are coming in already. I think we're up to 7 folks. So if you're interested in joining us for an evening of meditation, I'll have dinner prepared, so vegan and vegetarian options available. And then Motherline is just an incredible venue. You can bring, and I'll send it all in an email, but swimsuits for the hot tub, there's a sauna. And then one of our Sangha members, Melissa, will be offering a workshop on constellation of self. So really excited about all of those offerings. So yeah, let's start our practice despite all that. You can shut down your eyes. A little moment here to come back to noble silence before I ring the opening bell. And trying to set aside everything that you don't need for the next 30-ish minutes. All of the messaging that I already shared, all of the to-dos that might be accumulating in the mind about what's coming next, jumping into action for the day. There's an idea of accumulation or excess grasping that I find is easiest for especially busy folks, where it seems like if we set aside too much, we'll forget or we'll lose grip on reality. Especially with my restorative students that I teach restorative yoga, the idea of completely letting go is kind of foreign. So if it serves you in this practice this morning to set aside just the excess, what little space can we start to cultivate in the mind, body, breath that inches us closer to equanimity? That might be unneeded thoughts in the mind. It might be unneeded gripping in the body. It might be unneeded pressure or force on the breath. Perhaps we're maybe 6, 7 weeks into our time together, so you may be more easily coming into our procedure to find presence, body, breath, check in with what's here. good, bad, neutral, everywhere in between. And we are exploring the mind. This is an extensive part of the sutta that we're studying. The 16 positions or qualities of mind grouped into 8. On Tuesday, we started to explore the somewhat extreme or strong mental position of lust. And this is extreme craving or desire for sensual pleasure. And this is not a criticism of nature, rather an over-rotation into desire that clouds clarity in the mind. And today, we shift our focus to aversion, the other extreme that can also cause confusion. These practices all bring us to reality. Desire being cloudiness, aversion being incomplete, an incomplete picture of what's actually here. My yoga friends who may have studied Ayurveda, and this would be the overwhelming experience of Vata energy, some of the ethereal or windy mindsets, just outside the realm of groundedness, earthiness. And as we've been talking about the last couple of sessions, these practices help us understand discernment. I'm not asking you to go down a path that digs up trauma, PTSD, abuse. Any of those really extreme experiences may be best talked through with a therapist. But we can take time to start to figure out where are the smaller parts of our experience that we've been avoiding. I had a funny joke. I've been avoiding this part of the meditation. Keep our practice light if we can. What is the speed of your awareness? What is the speed of your consciousness in this very moment? Avoidance may be a byproduct as the unconscious way that you move about through the world, through your day. Aversion or avoidance may be a conscious decision to not investigate what's actually happening. Whether it's conscious or unconscious, avoidance and aversion usually exist. So for our practice this morning, you may start to uncover what have you been avoiding in your experience. either in meditation or off the cushion in the world? Is it conscious or unconscious? Is it simply a byproduct of how quickly you're moving through your life? And as with many of these practices, you get to choose how deep you want this practice to go. A world of beauty, a world of excitement, a world of detail and curiosity might be existing just beyond aversion. Environment, relationships with others, relationship with self, the capacity to thrive in the world that you've been born into. What have you been avoiding? This is our practice. I find in my own practice, in my own experience, that aversion shows up most prominently as the mind trying to take over, mind going somewhere else, ruminations, or especially anticipations, scenarios playing out in my mind about what might be coming next. And everyone's default for aversion has a slightly different flavor. Maybe this resonates with you, or maybe your flavor of aversion goes into pleasurable visualizations, sunshine, warmth, vacation, seeking comfort through food, coziness. Again, none of these things are inherently bad. We need to think, we need to eat, we need to be warm. It is when these compensatory brain patterns are the default. We aren't in the driver's seat. We can't take control or understand even the inner workings of the mind. And this is a mind restricted. This is a mind that isn't reaching its fullest potential. Keep practicing. Overcoming aversion does take a little bravery. And if you're thinking to yourself, I'm not a very brave person, I'm not a very adventurous person, I'm not very outgoing, just think about where you are right now. Did it take a little bravery to even show up or commit to this practice? I think sitting with yourself is the bravest act of our times. No distractions, no bullshit. It is you. I always admire meditation, restorative, gentle practices. These are hardcore. So revel in the fact that you already have exhibited some bravery, even this morning. Your growth will come from the recognition: how deep do you want to take this practice? How thoroughly do you want to live this life? Maybe bravery today looks like, feels like checking that nagging thing off of the to-do list, the thing you've been avoiding. Maybe it's taking a good, honest look at some of the dark crevices in your experience or in your relationship with yourself. Maybe it's taking a good look at the way you show up in relationships. And maybe it's taking a second to look at how you've been showing up in the world. A citizen of this neighborhood, this globe, of Mother Nature overall. So many ways that we can question and open ourselves up to what has been hiding. And you choose how deep you want it to go. If it serves you to bring hands to heart center as we close our practice. And may the merits of this practice be of benefit to all sentient beings, ourselves included in the circle of compassion. Compassion, crucial to cleaning out those cobwebs, to starting to poke around in the dark spaces. Be kind. And thanks so much for your practice this morning. Thanks, everybody.